welcome to the birthday gift. This message is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So it is Gemini season, so I thought I'd do a Gemini message. I'm using the Ink and Intuition Tarot. Okay. Sagittarius. I don't know, I'm getting Sagittarius and these cards are just falling. Oh, okay. So I may be doing Sagittarius as well. Please give me a message for Gemini. Message for Gemini, please. Okay, strength here. Strength. I'm seeing wings, so I feel like someone just got stronger. Someone gained a wing. Whatever you're experiencing, it's making you stronger. You can do it. It's almost like someone needs encouragement, you know, your confidence. You can do it, is what I'm feeling. You're strong enough. The Hierophant. You're going to have to, it's like you got to see what areas are you not willing to change, or you're not willing to soften up on. If you're able, some of you, you're going to have to swallow some pride here. There's something you need to soften up on. And you can do it. So it feels like somebody has to, it's like stand down or take something back. It's like backing up for a second. Back up for a second and take a look at something you said you wouldn't do. But there's something in that, like, it's almost like saying, I'll never live in this city, but that's the city that you need to move to, even if it's temporarily, to get something moving, right? It feels like that. Or if you said you'll never talk to somebody, but in order to get a deal on paper, you have to converse with them. You have to, it's like something, someone has to do something they've, always said they wouldn't do. I'm getting someone stubborn. Someone stuck in their ways, and they're saying you're going to have to compromise here. So this might, it's like you got to swallow some pride, some of you. It'll get something done, right? It'll get something done. It'll get something moving. Knight of Swords. There might be a conversation, an uncomfortable conversation, right? There might be a disagreement, or there might be friction, right? It feels uncomfortable, but it has to be done. So somebody, I see an uncomfortable conversation here between a few people. It's like things need to be discussed. Some of you may have like a middleman. You're kind of funneling messages through someone, and it's like it's time to pick up the phone and just speak directly to the person. You know, like if you're co-parenting, everything goes through the child. Tell your mother this or tell your father this. It's like, no, two adults just pick up the phone and talk, right? And it might not be like a smooth conversation, but it's like this is necessary to get to a next phase. Okay, some of you are trying to get something to happen, and there's an experience that you have to go through to move, to shift things for you, right? Knave of Coins. Yeah, some of you all, your children are involved. I'm seeing young energy here. You may have teenagers. Some of you you may be wrong and your child, what they told you is right. It kind of feels, it feels like someone who, either you believe you have more experience than them, so even if it's not a child, it's like they're going to be who you learn from, right? Someone can teach you something if you just listen. So you might feel like this person is unqualified, but no, they come with a lesson. And it feels like a very special lesson, like it's a gem, right? The way he holds this diamond, this coin with the diamond in it, right? So somebody's a tough guy here. There's somebody who's a tough guy, and there's another person who's really just trying to get to the next phase. So it's like everyone has their own agenda. Everyone has their own thing they're trying to accomplish, right? Versus agenda, because that kind of sounds like it's negative. But everyone has their own goals. And for someone in particular, especially if it's someone who thinks they're always right, I feel like they're going to be shown, like through an experience, like, no, you were very wrong. And this is going to be like a humbling experience for someone. Four of Swords. Okay, so if you're not in communication with someone and you've been kind of like not talking to them for a while, or you haven't talked to them for a while, you know, if it's someone you speak to every day, maybe you haven't spoken to them in a week. It feels like that. So it could be short term. Or it could be someone you recently stopped talking to. Like there's a need to have a conversation, even if you think it's gonna be uncomfortable and you're not gonna like it, right? Let's keep going. Nine of Wands. They don't want you to give up on something. They don't want you to give up on something here. Eight of Wands. Communicate. They're trying to get you guys to communicate with someone. So if you're having a hard time, you're stressed out, Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands tells me you need to communicate. Action needs to be taken. But it needs to be communication here. The Sun. Wow. There's a happy outcome, or at least you'll see and understand things more clearly. In your overall life, there's an experience that you're being called to have. And it might be something you're running away from, or you are pulling back from it. You're not interested in doing this. It's like if you're able to get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm just going to do it, it changes things even in other areas of your life, right? If it's work related, it'll change things at home. It'll change things money-wise. It's like an energy block in one space is affecting all other areas. And for somebody, you're going to have to swallow some pride. And the outcome, I'm just going to say it how I'm seeing it here. The outcome of the action you're being called to take, it may not actually be a favorable outcome, but it's like a necessary experience. Here, Ace of Wands, it gets things moving. It literally is the spark that gets things going. So some of you, there's an action, there's something you need to do. And it's with someone who you, honestly, I don't think you get along with this person, or your ideas are different. And it's always a back and forth. So this is someone who's not really agreeable with you, right? Some of y'all, it could be your parent, and they have different views, right? Their values, their viewpoints are totally different from you. You're the child. And it's like you have to, it's like giving the dog a bone. That's what I'm seeing. So I feel like you gotta just take one for the team. Tell me about Knight of Swords here. Wow, it takes away a lot of, it's like a release. It's in reverse. Don't give up on something. Some of you may be about to give up on something. Knight of Wands is at the bottom, and it's here. So there's something they don't want you to give up on. And this experience, it's going to be a heavy burden removed from someone. Someone's going to be relieved after this. It's like someone's been longing for an apology or acknowledgement that what they've been saying is valid. And it kind of heals something for someone here. It removes stagnant energy. It removes stuck energy. No more restrictions. Somebody said something that they shouldn't have. And I feel like if that's you, you know, and it's like you need to apologize. At least if you apologize, it will change things in your life, right? So this may not be you, okay? It could be in reverse. If someone said something to you, if they're able to come to you and apologize, allow them to, is what I'm going to say here. It changes things. Stuck energy will no longer be stuck. Here, 10 of Cups, and this could be family. To many of you, it is family. It feels like family. It feels like the home. It feels domestic. All right, last card here, Queen of Wands. Wow. So Leo is showing up. Fire signs. So it's like somebody needs to be brave. Someone needs to be confident. You're strong enough. Strength was our first card. Action is needed here. Someone needs to take charge. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Okay, Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck and it's here, so I'll clarify it. Okay, I feel like there's a celebration that occurs once you can actually do this, what you're being called to do. There'll be things that occur in your life where you're going to be celebrating. Some of you, there's something you want or something you're trying to achieve and you're not getting the outcome you want. And it has a lot to do with some kind of blocked energy somewhere. And an apology or a conversation at least. You know, it's like a discussion. And like two people can have a conversation and not agree, right? Not have the same viewpoint. But it does not have to be it doesn't have to be a debate. It could just be two people sharing their different views and each person coming to an understanding, oh, this is how person A viewed it. And wow, that's how person B viewed it. But we agree that we each had our own experience. And we don't need to argue of who's right or wrong. It's just, this is what I felt, this is what you felt. And if y'all, it's like coming to an understanding that each person's viewpoint is valid, it's just different. That's what needs to happen here. Wow, to get a new start. Go for it. They're saying go for it. So they're trying to get you to go ahead. Take a leap off the cliff. Go for it. So this feels like a risk. But I'm feeling encouragement. Somebody's stuck in their ways here. Okay. Yeah, it's family. 10 of Cups here. Again, we have 10 of Cups here. And it's here. Again, so it is family. Some of you all, this has to do with, you know, parents, grandparents, children. I'm feeling immediate family members. Wow. The 9 of Pentacles. So if you're at this point in your life where you're trying to get things going, you're trying to be more independent, you're trying to be more self-sufficient, you're trying to be more responsible when it comes to finances, business, income. You know, I'm just getting someone who's trying to make it on their own and prove to themselves that they can do something. If you're dealing with stagnation, you have some unfinished business somewhere. There's some type of conversation, some type of communication to someone. 8 of Wands, wow. Hierophant flipped. Temperance, yes. Sagittarius, I was getting that. So, okay. Somebody needs to be mature. It's like, if you do this, people will look at you as if you've changed, but in a good way. They'll be like, wow, I never expected that. It's like this is really, really letting go of pride, though. I'm just going to be very honest. That's what it feels like, the strongest. And it's taking a lot of courage for someone to do this. But it's also like you're going to be doing yourself a huge favor, because a lot of obstacles will be removed if you're able to do this. Wow. Let's see what Moonology Oracle says. It's like tying up loose ends here. It's like that one last thing. Taurus is here, Gemini, Taurus is here, Sagittarius and Leo. Your hard work is paying off. So see, many of you, you've been working hard for something. You've been trying to get something done. If you do this, if you're able to have the strength, have this conversation, whatever it is, communicate this, whatever it is, even if it's uncomfortable, it will pay off. Nothing will come of this situation. That's interesting. Yeah. For those of you who need to stand on principle, you need to hold a grudge, nothing will come. You end up creating a blockage for yourself. If that's where you're standing, if that's your stance, I'm not having this conversation, I'm not discussing it, I'm not open to hearing what this person has to say, or I'm not willing to open myself up and speak with them, you're going to feel like nothing's happening for you. Anything else? Oof. The answers you need are coming, is here. We have quite a few cards that fell. Hold your vision. So it's like, don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. You're going to start seeing answers, and you can expect a powerful change. But you got to call this in, because I see someone celebrating. I see someone literally sitting on their throne with the wand in their hand, the wand that's being given to you. I see someone picking it up, celebrating because they took that leap of faith. So it's like you're going to have to be brave. That's why we started with the strength card. You have what it takes to do this. You're going to have to compromise with yourself, your own beliefs. Some of you are exactly like the person who you're judging. It's just in a different facet. Like, you're exactly like them. You're just as hard on your beliefs, on your stance as they are. It's just the two of you are two different people, but you're using the same energy and judging each other. So someone needs to lighten up here and communicate. So it's like coming out of no communication with someone to now talking to them. And this feels like it's family for many of you. But that's when you can expect a powerful change. That's when the answers come in. They want you to hold your vision. You just got to go for it. Okay? And that is the message. I hope this was helpful. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.